so comfy. Should I change? Nah. You guys take me for what I am, right? Yeah. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are excited for this video, but I want to start off by thanking you because we finally hit 2,000 subscribers on this channel. Woo! Party! I couldn't be any more thankful for everyone that has supported me. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. But let's go ahead and continue with the video.
Because that's why you guys are here.
In today's video, I wanted to show you some like basic vases that you can find anywhere and then make them look kind of like high end. And I feel like you could do some little touches to like some cheap ones and make it look great. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a warning out there that there's a lot of struggles in this video, but you know, that's just me. We'll still make it work. Let's go ahead and start with the first DIY. Let's go. I got this really pretty vase from a local Goodwill in the Valentine's section. I feel like it's such a common type of vase that you can definitely find it in other thrift stores all year round. So I found this air dry clay from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was going to be really cool to add some handles to this vase, but as you can see, even though I added some water, it kept breaking on me. Definitely don't recommend this brand, but I just wanted to show you this because not all DIYs come out as planned. But the show must go on, so I just grabbed some paint and I'm mixing these colors together because I tried it beforehand and I really liked how the color came out. I'm just using a brown, tan, and white and mixing that up with a spatula so it's evenly mixed together before I add my favorite, of course, the baking soda. You've probably seen me use this method multiple times already. I just love the faux ceramic look. It just transforms a basic vase to like a high-end vase that you can find in like Home Goods or Target. Almost forgot to mention that for this method I added 1 part baking soda and 1 part paint, and if you want it less textured, of course put less baking soda, more textured, more baking soda. And then I just went to town on it. There was no specific direction on how I painted this, but this is what it looks like after 2 coats and fully dried. So I did purposely leave the bottom of this vase unpainted because I wanted to make it a 2-toned vase. I haven't done something like this before, so I wanted to see what it would look like. So I did the same thing, mixed up my paint, added my baking soda, and then I just painted the rest of the vase in this lighter tan color. I thought it looked really cool. I did try my best to make a straight line between the 2 colors, but after looking at it, I thought it would be really unique just to, you know, paint as I go. I'll try my best to make it all straight and everything, but if it doesn't turn out that way, it's totally fine. It just adds character. But like low-key, if you wanted to make it perfect and super straight, you could go ahead and do that and not be lazy like me. Like really, you left the sticker on there, Jenny? Like, come on now. So unprofessional. Still kind of bummed out that the handle thing didn't work out, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and get actual clay next time. Still looks pretty cute though, right? So, what did you guys think of the first DIY? So freaking adorable, right? Look at the 2-tone in here. This is not a straight line. It's fine. I tried my best. It brings out some character and it's gonna fit so well in my room. I love it. Okay, enough with that. Let's get on with the second DIY. Woo! I grabbed this really basic cylinder vase from the Dollar Tree along with these woodcraft dolls, and then I just marked up my vase with a marker. I dotted about 16 dots all around, making sure that it's all even. So I should have definitely used a ruler for this part, but I didn't because I thought I was just so good in everything. But yeah, if you're gonna do this, use a ruler. It's straighter that way, but all I did was just draw a straight line wherever I marked on the vase. Of course, I couldn't do this project without my handy dandy hot glue. All I did was just put glue where I marked it on the vase, and then I placed on my wooden dowel. Pretty self-explanatory. Boom, that's what it looks like afterwards. Can you guys kind of tell what I'm trying to get at right now? So if you guys haven't seen my Valentine's video, go ahead and go check that out because me and this spackling had some issues I was about to throw some hands. But anyways, I added some water this time, hoping that it would be a little bit more manageable and functional. It looked like it was getting better. Like, it really had some potential. At this moment, honestly, I had such high hopes for it. It's gonna work this time. I'm not gonna give up. Let me just tell you, this is just the beginning of the struggles and the battle for this DIY, but trust me, the end results still look really cute, I promise. So all I did was just grab a bunch of spackling, put it in the crack of the vase, and then I just started smoothing it out with my finger, hoping that it would stick, but obviously you can see it's still not sticking to the vase as well as I wanted it to be. After half an hour with battling with the spackling, I couldn't do it anymore. I gave up. Our relationship is pretty much over. So thank goodness my dad had some Coke on him because I ran out of it on my last DIY. You can definitely find a tube form at the Dollar Tree, by the way. That's the one that I usually use, but I'm just using whatever my dad had on hand. I should have removed the spackling before I added in the Coke because as you can see, it's starting to come off, and that's the spackling. It's not the Coke because the Coke is actually pretty sticky and it does stick really well on glass from what my experience is with it. It's not as smooth because of the spackling, so just a learning lesson for you and myself that if you're gonna do this project, just use Coke straight. Don't use spackling. We're done with it. We're gonna give up on it for now. We'll probably revisit it in a later time, like a much later time. By now, you can probably tell what I'm trying to accomplish with this vase. I'm trying to make it look like a rigged ceramic vase, and I'm using my fingers to smooth everything out as best as I can, trying to get to the nooks and crannies, and that's like the best method that I can think of. And for this bottom section, I should have made one layer of Coke, let it dry, and then add additional layer instead of putting such a thick layer on all at once and trying to smooth that out, hoping that it would stick. So like I said, there's definitely a lot of struggles in this DIY, but it's a learning lesson. So this is what it looks like only after 2 hours of drying. I went in with my fingers a little bit wet with water and then a little bit of Coke, hoping that it would smooth out a little bit, but don't worry if it doesn't, because once it fully dries, you're gonna go back in and start sanding it. So I did let this set overnight. I wanted it fully dry before I start sanding. I grabbed a sandpaper from the Dollar Tree and I just took one of the layers out and I started sanding away. You want to make sure that it's fully dry before you start sanding, because if it's still wet and you're sanding that area, it's going to start falling off and then you're going to have to go back in with some more Coke. So this is what it looks like after sanding it down. You can see that there's still some cracks in there. So I had an idea. If I use that baking soda method and put it into the paint, the baking soda would probably cover up the cracks and everything and you probably won't see it anymore. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch and see what happens. I mean, it kind of did work because it is covering the cracks a lot more than if I just used regular paint to paint over this vase. I know what you're all thinking. It looks like a root beer mug and we ain't about that. So I did end up repainting this, don't you worry. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that remind you of a root beer mug? When I tell you that this project was such a struggle, it definitely was, but all I did here was grab some satin white paint and I just painted the top portion of this vase white. I didn't grab any more baking soda because, you know, it was already textured enough. Guys, it can only get better from here, right? It's starting to look so much better than it did before. So in the next step, I just grabbed my old toothbrush and some dark paint. I had some dark gray, so I'm using that. Then I just put my brush all over that, making sure that all bristles had some paint in it. Then I just started flicking that all over the vase. I thought it was going to be really cute on top of the white and the brown part, but yeah, the white part was where it's at. Some of the specks did get onto the brown area, so I did repaint that area and then I also lowered down the white. the struggles were all worth it because look how cute this vase ended up looking. See, I told you there was a lot of struggles in this video, but guys, everything still turned out really cute like I promised. Like, come on. This looks legit. I think it looks so pretty. Wow. I definitely did so much to this to accomplish it, but now that I know what to do, it's gonna look so much better if I end up making something like this again. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Leave a comment down below which one's your favorite out of the two vases, but to be honest, I definitely like both of them. Let me know which one you guys like it. If you guys don't say anything. Hit that subscribe button down below, give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, turn on your notification bell because you want to get notified whenever I post up a new video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! I spilled all the water in this vase. Like, wow.